How do you feel becoming a sergeant with the way the army was starting to change into?
That's a rough one, man. Yeah. So it's hard. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's definitely, and it's a lot of it is the reason that I am deciding to ETS this year. You know, being an NCO is difficult. It was difficult before I left the line and went to an SFAB. You know, you can't. It's not like it was like, when most of us that were in here came up in the army. Like, you can't just smoke dudes and expect like everything to be okay. Somebody's gonna yell at you about actually disciplining your guys, which is insane. And that's why I think we're running into a lot of the stuff that we're running into now, is because we've removed the ability for NCOs to actually instill discipline in their soldiers, and we are a weaker fighting force because of it. Um,
It was one thing that you mentioned at the beginning, your first 4 weeks of Fort Polk, where you got smoked every fucking day. But one of the things that people did to us, it was they would tell you, "I'm gonna break you to remake you into a better and shape you into a better soldier." So if you cannot break down a soldier, how they expect you to train a soldier?
yeah, and I mean, that's the problem. I mean, that is the problem. You're taking dudes that, especially, and I hate to say this because I'm not that old. I'm 30. Um, but you're taking guys that, are 18, 17, 18 years old, and like it's a different generation. A lot of these kids weren't even alive when 9/11 happened. So they hear stories about it, and it's like the guys that we looked up to as NCOs when we were privates were in the surge. Some of
Yeah.
these dudes, like our first sergeants and sergeant majors at the time, were in the desert, Desert Storm and stuff. So it's like, um, there was a completely different mentality at the time, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. And I hate to say this to you, I don't think we're going to see a change in the way that uh, leaders are allowed to lead if we don't go back to war. And if we go back to war, we're going to lose people because we got so soft and complacent in the off time that we created. We didn't create warriors, we created social justice warriors. um and it's difficult. It's I hate that it's become what it is. um and like I said, it's like one of the reasons that I decided, like, hey, I'm going home. If I can't train my soldiers the way that I think they need to be trained, if I can't be a leader, then why am I here?